Hi, this is McGaffin II reporting for Infowars.com. We will resist NSA and TSA tyranny. I wrote a letter to the NSA, or a request to the NSA, and this is the request that I made. I said, I want all of the illegal records the NSA has on me. We are not Nazi Germany. This illegal and unconstitutional collection of information is no different than being stalked and no different than what fascist governments of the past have done. I look forward to your cooperation. Thank you, Tim McGaffin. So I made a request to the NSA to get all the records they have on me, and this is their response that they sent back to me. It came from the Department of Defense, National Security Agency, Fort George G. Meade, Maryland, 20755. It says, you may be aware that one of the NSA missions is to collect, process, and disseminate communications or signals, intelligence information for intelligence and counterintelligence purposes. NSA is authorized to engage in these activities in order to prevent and protect against terrorist attacks. Well, isn't the NSA infringing on our rights, terrorism? To prevent and protect against the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Well, isn't the NSA infringing on all U.S. citizens' rights, a weapon of mass destruction? To protect and prevent intelligence activities directed against the United States. Well, isn't the NSA spying and illegally infringing on our rights of privacy and life and liberty and property? Isn't that an intelligence activity directed against the United States by the NSA? So the NSA says the authority they have to infringe on our rights is in the Patriot Act, but the Patriot Act is illegal. The Patriot Act is unconstitutional, and they also say Executive Order 12333. The president does not have the right to make laws. That's what a dictator does. So that's also illegal, and that's also unconstitutional. So the NSA is saying we can break the law to protect the law. That's like 2 + 2 = 5. That is absolutely incorrect. Safety and security does not come from infringing on our rights. And it does not come from infringing on our free speech. So it only comes from the protection of our rights. And so the way that we need to fight back against the NSA is to share our testimonies of what free agency and liberty are. And let me get this. This is a talk that Ezra Taft Benson gave. He was the Secretary of Agriculture under Dwight D. Eisenhower, and he was also the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And Ezra Taft Benson said, in this mighty struggle, each of you has a part. Every person on the earth today chose the right side during the war in heaven. Be on the right side now. Stand up and be counted. If you get discouraged, remember the words of Edward Everett Hale when he said, I'm only one, but I am one. I can't do everything, but I can do something. What I can do, that I ought to do. And what I ought to do, by the grace of God, I shall do. So, as we know, in the scriptures, it says that there was a war in heaven, and this war was between Satan and God. God proposed a plan of liberty, and Satan proposed a plan of slavery, where Satan promised that he would force us to do what is right. And God said that that's impossible. You cannot learn and grow if you're forced. You have to be able to choose and have free will and free agency. And this is what liberty is all about. So Ezra Taft Benson also said in another talk called Be Not Deceived, he said, Ezra Taft Benson said, it was the struggle over free agency that divided us before we came here. Here meaning earth. It may well be the struggle over the same principle which will deceive and divide us again. And that was in a talk called Be Not Deceived. So anyways, the point I'm trying to make here is the NSA is satanic. it's Satan spying on you, trying to force you to do what's right. Everything they say is the opposite. The National Security Agency, no, it's the National Slavery Agency. The Department of Defense, well, if they are infringing on your rights, they're not defending you, they're attacking you. So anyways, just like we did in the War in Heaven, we shared our testimonies of free agency. We shared our testimonies of liberty. Satan is here again with 1/3 of his followers. They don't have a body, and they're trying to get revenge on us to try to prove that liberty doesn't work. Well, guess what? Liberty always works. Liberty is the solution to all problems. And this is how we're going to win, just like we did before. We came here, we won, and we're going to win again, is by sharing our testimonies. So here's one example how to share your testimony. You can put Liberty bumper stickers on your car, Infowars.com. Everywhere I'm going, I'm spreading the message of liberty. Right there, Infowars.com. People will see that everywhere I drive. My family comes up to me, what's that about? Oh, well, let me tell you what's going on. The NSA is satanic. Fight back against the tyranny of the NSA and TSA and share your testimony and free speech by putting a sign of liberty up in your yard. Here's another sign of liberty up on a very busy street that gets a lot of traffic, as you can see. You can see all these cars that come on this intersection here, and every single one of them gets to see us standing up to tyranny of the NSA and TSA. In your face, Satan. We know that the NSA is satanic. Champions never quit. Liberty will triumph.